Hello, my name is Marcello with 3S Shooting Sports Software. Today I'm going to show you how to cashier a shooter. In order to be able to cashier a shooter, you first have to have them classified and squatted in 3S. If you need to know how to do that, there is links in the video description below that's going to cover how to classify and squad. So, now that we're ready to cashier this shooter, what we're going to do is we're going to click on this Enter button down here in the toolbar. So I'm going to click Enter. And then I have multiple ways that I can find a shooter. I can either find them by name by clicking Show Members, and then I can punch in a name, or I can just scan or enter their barcode or their ATA number. So I'm going to type in an ATA number, and I can press Enter or click the Find button. Here, since this is the first go around, it's going to have you confirm the shooter's information. So that's going to be their address, yardage, special group, singles and doubles class. So if you approve, go ahead and click the Add button. And also down here we can see that the dues are not paid. So it means that I owe the ATA. So I'm going to go ahead and click Add. And now it pulls up this screen. Now you will not be able to do anything until you click the Edit button. So go ahead and click the Edit button. And now all of the shooter squads are going to load. So I can either click Pay All, and it'll select to pay all the events, or I can just click on the checkbox that says Pay next to the shooter. So down here, it's going to give me a total for each one of these events for just targets. And then if I want to add in any options, I can just click on the option, and the total will automatically update. Now the other thing that I can do is, let's say that I want to play all the Lewis options. I can just click the button that says Check All Lewis Options, and when I click that, all of the Lewis options for the events that the shooter is going to pay for will be selected automatically. Now this feature will only work if Lewis is spelled L-E-W-I-S. So if I want to clear out all the options, I can select Clear All Options, or if I want to check all of the options, I can always select Check All Options. Just like before, it will select the options that are available for the events that are going to be played. So down here we can see that the total is going to be $276.75. So here, because I also owe the ATA fees, I'm going to select Pay Membership. And if it doesn't come in, which 99% of the time it does, but occasionally it doesn't, you can always manually punch in a membership fee over here in the membership box. And as soon as you click out of that, that's going to update the price. So now that I've paid for all the events for this shooter, I'm going to go ahead and click Done. It's going to ask me to confirm that the total is correct. I'm going to say yes, and then a receipt is going to start printing automatically. Now I don't have a printer hooked up to this device, so it'll probably throw an error here in just a moment. So now that this shooter has been classified or has been cashiered, we have a couple of different options. We can either go back to the Enter screen to pull them up again, or we can go to Edit by Name. Since I'm already cashiered, I'm going to go to Edit by Name, and then I can start typing in somebody's last name. In this case, I'm going to type in Bekecki, and then here I am, so I'll just double click on my name, and now it'll reopen Cashiering. So it won't let me do anything until I click the Edit button, so I'm going to click the Edit button. So now that you can see that the controls have been enabled, what I need to do is I need to select Enable Event Panels, and this is going to allow me to edit the events that have previously been cashiered. So, for example, right now I want to remove myself from doubles, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncheck the options, and then I can either click Remove, or I can click the Paid button. So if the event has already started, some clubs may keep the options. So if that's the case, what you'll do is you'll just uncheck the Paid button with the option still selected, and the price for the options will remain in the event. And so down here, underneath To Be Paid, you can see that it's negative $35.25. So by default, when I click Done, it'll come up with a receipt that'll say Refund. Now, if you decide to not have the options, what you can do is just uncheck the options for that event and select the Remove button. Now what this will do is it'll also free up the shooter squad. So when you click that button, be 100% sure that you are removing that shooter from that event. They are not going to be squatted and that your options are either selected or unselected. So I'm going to go ahead and click remove. It's going to ask me if I want to remove them. I'm going to say yes. And now you can see that the squad has been cleared out and this event has been refunded. Now the same thing applies. Let's say that I want to play event 4. Just like when we were cashiering the first time, I'll select pay, Lewis class, class purse. Now you can see that I owe an additional $6, which would be the daily fee for this tournament. And now that I'm done, once again, I'll just click the done button and it'll ask if the total below is correct. I'll say yes, and a receipt will be printed out. Now here's something very important to note. When cashiering, if there is a total to be paid, do not click the exit button. This will throw off your financial reports. In Shoot Pro 115, this is not possible. As soon as a shooter's monetary value has changed, the exit button disappears. But in previous versions, all the way down to the very first version of Dead a Pair from the 80s, if you click that exit button, it will still track this transaction, but it will not show up on your finance reports. So this will throw you out of balance. So never click that exit button in older versions than Shoot Pro 115. Always click the done button. However, since the total is 0 and no changes have been made, I'm going to go ahead and click that exit button and that'll close out. And then if we look here on the tournament finance report, the workstation finance report, we can filter by today's date, and here we can see that exit. So if there was a total here, that would throw off your balancing. Alright, so that's pretty much all it takes to cashier a shooter. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at support@shootingsportsoftware.com or call us at 1-801-396-7800. If you like that video, hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see when we post new content, hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to receive notifications on when we post new videos, hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching.